Hey all! By now, you all might be aware that US presidential elections are taking place. So, today's video is going to be about new words that you need to know in order to understand any news related to US elections. Some of you might be of the opinion that why should I be bothered about US elections? Well, this video is not going to be about US elections, but rather we will try to understand some new words using the topic of US elections, since that is the hot topic right now in the media. Let me give you a brief background. US has two dominant political parties, Democrats and Republicans. Joe Biden is the presidential candidate who is representing the party Democrats, and Donald Trump represents the party Republicans. So with this brief background, let us start our today's session. Frontrunner means the candidate who is ahead. Frontrunner is usually the favorite person or the person who is leading the contest. In this election, well, I really don't know who is the frontrunner, but people say it might be Joe Biden. Anyways, let's wait till the election results are out. Incumbent. Person who is currently holding the office is known as the incumbent. The president who is currently holding the office in the United States of America at the time of the elections in 2020 is Donald Trump. So he is the incumbent. Lame duck. It's a strange word, but the meaning is fun. Lame duck in politics usually refers to a person who lost his power or whose strength gets weakened. In the US, though the elections happen in the month of November, the smooth transfer of power between the old president to that of the new president only gets completed by the month of January. So until such period, the president who lost, the incumbent president who lost the elections will be termed as lame duck president. Partisan politics. Partisan generally refers to a person who passionately, unquestionably, and is super supportive of a particular person or a particular political party is known as a partisan. And when we say partisan politics, it means when you are supportive towards a particular political party, irrespective of the policies, irrespective of the conditions, and irrespective of the situations. When you're supporting just one political party all the time, that is called as partisan politics. And the opposite of this is called bipartisan support. Now, if some policy has got bipartisan support, it means it is supported by both the dominant political parties. With respect to the US politics, it is supported by both the Democrats and the Republicans. Dog whistle. In the US politics, it is known as a coded message or a phrase that only a particular group of people or some specific persons will get to know. This is called dog whistle. The candidate's message was a dog's whistle to some partisan groups. Now you understood the meaning of this sentence, right? You know what partisan is. So now you correlate the meaning of dog whistle and partisan. Have a look at this statement. In the US, you can win popular vote, but still you might lose the election. Now, what is a popular vote? It is the total number of votes that are cast for a candidate by the registered voters, right? But here it says even if you win the popular vote, sometimes you end up losing the election. How is it possible? Now you must know this term, which is called the Electoral College. This is because the citizens do not directly vote for the president. In fact, they vote for their representatives who are known as electors. And the group of electors form the Electoral College. All these electors will have each vote. So together they form electoral votes, right? So these people, the Electoral College votes for the president or the vice president, right? So even if the presidential candidate wins the popular vote, there are many instances where they lost the electoral votes, right? That means the Electoral College has not voted for them. So they ended up losing the elections. Blue states, red states and purple states. You might have heard of this in the news channels whenever they discuss the US elections. Blue states are all those states which support Democrats, and red states support Republicans. And purple states are also known as swing states, right? They are known as swing because they fluctuate between these two parties. You cannot really judge whom they are going to vote. And these states are also known as the Battleground states because they are the deciding factors of who is going to win the election. Are the Indian American voters linchpin in the US election 2020? What is the meaning of linchpin? Linchpin means something that is vital or extremely important to an organization or anything, right? So we all know the percentage of Indians who got settled in US. So they are going to be the deciding factor. That is what this headline states. So next time, instead of saying important or essential, you can use this term linchpin in your conversations. Well guys, so these are the terms that we learned in today's session, and I hope you completely understand the news related to the US elections 2020. Let's wait for the result. I think by the time this video gets published, I hope the results will be out.